It's a beautiful day here. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm going to make today with ginger. This is ginger plant. This is a ginger flower. You see how beautiful the flower is, and they smell like amazing, like jasmine. It has a smell of jasmine. Yeah, so that's a ginger plant. I think everybody should grow ginger. It's one of the best herb you can have, just like garlic. You can grow garlic. And I got some roots out today. You see ginger roots. That's how it looks. You see. So I got some out today to make a herbal tonic. So I'm going to cover this up because I got what I needed. All right. So like you said, that's a lot of ginger. So once you plant it, it produces from the tuber. It produces a lot. Okay. It'll produce a lot of ginger just by putting one root. You can just get ginger from grocery store and plant it, and you'll have plenty enough to. A little kitty cat eating grass. That's his little. That's his little medicine. Believe it or not, just a little blade of grass has a lot of. It has medicinal value for animals as well. So let's see. Let's see what they're gonna make with ginger. Okay, kitty cat. All right. So you're gonna make elderberry syrup. So this is the elderberry, dehydrated elderberry that you can get. You see, this is from Amazon. You can get from any brand anywhere. This is Wild Harvest organic elderberry. This is dehydrated, so it's very potent, very powerful in the sense, more concentrated than the fresh ones or frozen ones. So for this, we're going to make the syrup of elderberry, which is really good for flu and immunity boosting. A lot of medicinal value that people don't realize. Elderberry is one of the best to prevent flu in kids and grown-ups, and also immunity booster. If you want more immunity, which is great for preventing any illness, including cancer, you can prevent a lot of DNA damage by consuming things like elderberry syrup, okay? Because the DNA is just like a ticking time clock, right? It degenerates, it kind of mutates, it kind of breaks down, it shortens its life. So things like that, like what you can make at home, can increase your life from the cell level. So it's very good to build up your immunity, keep your immunity at a high level so that you don't get sick much and go through those damages to your body. Okay. So we're going to make elderberry syrup in Instapot. If you don't have Instapot, you can make on stovetop. You take 1 cup of dried elderberry, and then you put 4 cups of water, because since it's dehydrated. If it's fresh elderberry or frozen, you can just put like 1:2 instead of 1:4. This is 1:4, 1 cup of berries to 4 cups of water. If it's fresh or frozen, you can put 1 cup of berry to 1 cup of water. So depending on the concentration of your berries. Okay, so that's the dilution rate. So once since it's dehydrated, I kind of want to make it hydrated. I put 1 cup berries, 4 cup water. Let it sit for about 2 hours so that berries get hydrated. It absorbs the water, gets more soft. So just keep it for a couple of hours, and then you can put in Instapot. Okay. So what I'm going to add to this by itself is amazing. Okay, but what I'm going to add to it to make it better is I'm going to add some clove. This clove, some ginger that I showed today. This is the ginger I got today from our herb garden. You can see I just pulled it out today. Ginger, lime or lemon. I'm putting lime because that's all I have. But this is either lime or lemon is good. It'll also add to the quality of the syrup, and also it'll add longer shelf life. It'll make it last longer. Cinnamon, although this says chaga, if you don't know about chaga, you have to research and find out. It's really good health drink. In that empty container, I put a lot of cinnamon that I had. So those are cinnamon stick. So maybe 3 or 4 that size of cinnamon stick. 3 or 4 should be enough for this much. I put cinnamon stick, and then we have honey. And honey, you don't mix it when it's cooking. You mix it when it's cooled down, because honey is living thing, and I don't want to put raw honey. The reason it looks like this is because it was raw honey with the cut comb and everything, so it looks a little different, but it's really raw honey. And I put equal proportions. So for 1 cup berry, put 1 cup honey. All right, and you put honey after it cools down, because otherwise the good things in the honey will die. Okay, 'cause honey is a living thing. Okay, all right. So we have 1 cup elderberry, 4 cup water. Let it hydrate for a couple of hours. Cloves, just put like maybe 1 tablespoon. Ginger, as much as you want, maybe half a cup if you have enough. And you have to make it like you can just crush it or grind it, okay, and then put it into it. So you're going to put about, I can just guess it. All right, I'm going to put this much cloves, which is like about a tablespoon. I'm going to crush this and put it, not like put it like that, so it'll have more, it'll get into the syrup more better easily. So I'm going to crush all this half cup ginger, put it there. I'm going to put lime at the very end, because lime doesn't have to be cooked either. Just like honey, I'm going to put this on the very end. I'm going to put cinnamon sticks into it, 3 or 4 cinnamon sticks. I'm going to put, since I have enough, I'm going to put 4 sticks there. Plenty. All right. So that's it. Pretty much now, after 2 hours, I'm going to put on Instapot. People don't know what is Instapot. You can see this is Instapot. All right, right there. So that's Instapot. I'm going to put on the Instapot and cook it for 15 minutes on high pressure. 15 minutes, okay? And let it cool down. Let it vent out the steam naturally. So after 15 minutes, when the Instapot is, kind of ready, all good to go, it steams out. Maybe within 20-25 minutes, it'll steam out. Total of 20-25 minutes, the steam will go away with the 15 minutes of cooking. And then you take it out of the Instapot, let it cool down to room temperature, add the lime or lemon juice. In this case, I'm using 3 lime, and then add the honey, stir it up. Then you can keep in the fridge for about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Since I'm adding all this lime and things like that, it should store even for a month, but I would say safely for 2 weeks at least you can store. Rest, whatever you have, you freeze it. Once you've frozen it, it will store for 5-6 months with no problem. Okay, so whatever is left over, you freeze it. Whatever you can consume in 2-3 weeks, you keep it in the refrigerator. All you need for grown-ups and kids, about 1 teaspoon, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day for preventive. Once you get the flu or any sickness like cough, cold, you can have about 3 times a day, 1 teaspoon each. So 1 teaspoon in the morning, 1 teaspoon in the afternoon, 1 teaspoon at night. 3 to 4 teaspoons you can have, okay? It will not cause any harm if you take a little bit extra, okay? But that's all you need is when you get sick with something, take a teaspoon each 3 times a day. If for preventive, just take 1 to 2 teaspoons a day for preventive. And I bet you will find a big benefit out of this. And this is really amazing tonic for kids and grown-up, okay? So like I said, I'm going to grow some elderberry. It takes about 3 years for them to grow. So I'm going to plant some. So I'll have here, just like ginger and garlic I have, I'm going to plant some elderberries. The reason we cook elderberry is because it's toxic. When it's raw, you should never eat raw elderberry leaf, stem, or berries, because they have toxins. Once you cook them, they will make you vomit and things like that, okay? So once you cook them for like 15 minutes, it releases the toxin. The toxicity goes away. Whatever is left is the best things that you can consume for your health. So it's funny how the berry itself in the raw form is toxic, but once you cook them for 15 minutes, it is the best tonic you can have for health. And I bet it'll beat any of the other medicines that you get on the countertop for flu, because this is preventive as well as building up your immunity. And so it's much better. It is building up your body, right? It's much better than suppressing the reactions out of a flu. So this is much better. That's what my opinion is. And you can look up the research and things like that. It has been proven through generations, right? This is nothing new. It has been proven through generations that this works. And in those old days when there was not much medicine of the, what do you call, the pharmaceutical medicines, this is how people stayed very healthy and strong. And it's actually, they were stronger than people today, because they used nature and understood nature better and knew what to use to optimize their health, and without worrying about side effects, right? So these are the best things you can have. A body is built upon these things that you see here, right? Your body can digest this very well. It is a very good way of building up from the DNA level. So give it a shot. If you don't have Instapot, cook this on stove pot for about 15 minutes. And then once it's cooled down, add lime, lemon, honey into it and store it in the refrigerator or freeze the rest. And that's it. Kind of easy thing to do. Yeah. And it's very effective. Okay. Try it out. Alrighty. That's it for today.